Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so we already finished decision. Okay, today we are going to cover on the loop, looping part of this chapter. So it is not it is not so much over here to cover. Okay, only three structure only. And the structure already been covered. In problem solving. So this is just to refresh you. Just to refresh you. Okay. So similarly, in problem solving, we have three types of loop. Okay. These three can be categorized by pre-test, pre-test repetition, and post-test. Pre-test meaning that we test the condition, yang diamond symbol tu. For this loop, we test it at the top of the loop body. Before it enter the loop, we test the decision first. Okay. For post-test, we check the decision at the bottom of the loop body. So we enter the body first, and then at the end of the body, we check the diamond for the condition. Okay, so we have while, do while, and for. While and for, falls under pre-test category. Okay, we check the condition first. For do while, it falls to post-test repetition. So we enter the loop body first, then at the bottom of the body, we check the condition. So it is do while lah. Okay, class. So before we look at the syntax, let's refresh. Mana ni? Okay. Okay, let's say we have three numbers to be sum kan. Okay, you want to sum up all these three numbers kan. So this is without looping. Okay, so when we want to convert this into a more optimized flowchart, so we need to apply loop kan. So let's say we want to apply a while loop. So where should we start, class? You still remember loop? Why we need loop? Ingat ke tak? Okay, loop elements kan. Elements that must be included in loop. There are three things kan. All three involving counter. Do you still remember, class? Three items in looping. The first one is counter initialization kan. Counter initialization. The second one is decision involving counter. The third one is counter update. Ingat lagi tak? So let's say you want to convert this into a flowchart with loop. So first we must have counter initialization. Give me one example of counter initialization. Lim Kian. Lim, hello?
Counter equals to 1.
Counter equal to 1. Okay, good. So let's start with counter equal to 1. Okay. This is counter initialization. Counter equal to 1. So the first element of looping, we need to have counter initialization. Then we must have a decision involving the counter. So let's use counter as a decision, and we want to add 3 numbers. So what we start with counter equal to 1. So what should be uh, the condition over here? Nur Natasha Ashikin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we start with counter equal to 1. Okay, decision should be, you want to add these 3 number.
If number
Bukan. It is not if. This is decision for loop. Okay, if you forget kan, counter meaning we want to put the start value for the looping kan. For the decision, okay, decision involving the counter, meaning that we want to put the stop to the looping. So if you want to loop 3 times kan, you want user to be able to enter 3 numbers kan. If you want to loop 3 times, we start with 1, counter equal to 1, and then we end the counter with what number?
0.
While counter
less than
less than
4.
Okay, 4 correct. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the condition, okay, counter initialization is mean for the looping to start. Okay. Decision involving counter is mean for the looping to stop. Okay, what is the stopping criteria for this looping? So if you want to loop 3 times, we start with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so after it made the 4, it will goes out of the looping. So it will exit the loop. It doesn't count, doesn't include 4. Okay. If you include 4 like this, meaning that how many loops it will repeat.
4
if you
times.
put like that, yeah, it will loop 4 times. Okay. So it can be less than 4 or less than equal 3. So either one is correct. Okay, so this is true, this is false. Right. So what happens if it is false? What happens if it is true? So before we look at the statement, what statement should we put inside of the true body ni? So this is the body kan. Again, this is we already cover so we are going to refresh ni. Don't expect me to explain everything kan. This one already covered in problem solving. Sini pula, sorry. So this one we repeat repeat. Okay, pusing. Okay, it will turn to here and then goes up again. Okay, and re-enter the condition. So this is the loop body. Okay, so any statements that we want to be repeated, okay, 3 times, we put it over here. Okay, at this point. So where's the bottom of the loop body? So let's say this is the bottom. Okay, so the last statement we put it over here. So the last statement should be counter update. Okay, give me the proper counter update. Okay, for this problem. Okay, for this design. Okay, we have the third element, which is counter update. Sharish Divan. Ada Sharish? Sharish.
Ada, sir.
Okay, Sharish. What should be counter update? Why we need counter update?
Counter update untuk ulang tu kan, sir?
Okay, give me the equation for counter update.
Counter sama dengan counter tambah 1.
Yeah, correct. So this is counter update means to make sure the loop doesn't falls under loop infinity. Okay, to make sure that at the end of the system, the condition will become false. Okay, and it will exit. Otherwise, okay, let's say you don't put this, so what will happen? Counter equal to 1, correct? Okay, we enter and then counter equal to 1, correct? Counter equal to 1, correct? Counter equal to 1. So this is infinity loop. Okay, so to avoid that, so we need to put an update to the counter again, so that instead of remain as 1 and remain as true, so at some point we want to stop it. How to stop it? We must make sure it is false. Okay, the condition is false and it goes outside. Okay, so counter update, normally we put it as counter plus plus, kan? Or also equal to counter plus 1, okay? Or counter plus plus. So same thing, So this is it. This is the default body for while loop. Okay, at any times this is it. This is your template, Uh, so let's say you want to repeat 5 times, just change it over here, 1 until 5. You want to repeat 10 times, 1, and then this change to 10. That's it. Just play around over here, Okay, this value, okay? Okay, so how we want to translate this into a coding? Okay, so this is while, This is while. Alright. Okay, so somewhere over here, so first counter initialization. Counter initialization is counter equal to 1 at the end. So this is during the declaration. Okay, don't forget to declare. Okay, next we have body while counter less than or equal to 3. We have the decision, pre-test condition. Pre-test condition, Okay, pre-test condition. Okay, which is while. So make sure you put a bracket, So if it is involving decision, similar with if, If you put if over here, then it will be bracket, meaning that it is a function, counter apa tadi? Less than or equal 3, or less than 4, less than or equal to 3, or you may use less than 4, So similar, And then don't forget to put its body. So meaning that if this condition is true, then it will enter the body. If this is false, it will goes out. Okay. So this is where you take all the statement, okay, over here. okay, within the loop body. This is true, so if it is false, if there is a statement over here, take this statement and put it outside. The outside lah, outside of the loop. Okay, so what you should put inside? Put everything over here. Okay, inside. So now inside we have only one statement, which is counter update kan. So take this and put it over here at the bottom kan. Counter equal to counter plus 1. Okay. So this is your template if you want to use while. Okay, so this is while loop. Okay, empty while loop lah. The one that we repeat is what? Nothing kan. Okay, so next is we want to translate this into a looping kan. So we already have the loop body. So how do we want to transfer this to here? Okay. Muhammad Fikri. Yes sir. So what's next? Next step apa?
Print.
Apa dia?
Print counter.
Tak payah buat apa nak print counter. No need to print. Ni, over here is the sequential structure. So we want to convert this into looping. So we already have the loop body. So what else statement that we want to transfer from here to here? And where should I put it? Macam mana? Hello?
Enter number.
Okay, enter number. Okay, where should I put enter number? Mana? Dalam ni. Loop kan?
Yes.
Loop. Loop over here lah kan?
Yep.
Somewhere over here. Is it before counter update or after counter update? Before or after?
Before.
Before, okay. So counter update should always be the end statement in loop body. Okay, counter update should be the end statement. Nothing else after this. Okay, please remember that. Okay, so is it remain number 1 or should I change this to general name?
General.
General lah kan. Num1 ni, if you have more than one number in sequential, we put num1, num2, num3 kan. But if you want to use loop, okay, please remember we use general name. Okay, so that it can be recycled kan. First loop use the same, second loop use the same. Okay, next, what should I do? Next step, what is the next step? Hanis Sabrina.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's next?
Yang total equal to
Total equal to
number 1 tambah number 2 tambah number 3.
That one is for non-looping. For sequential, yes, we do it like that. But if you want to convert this into looping, now we don't have num1, num2, num3 anymore, kan? We have only general num. So how do you want to do the accumulation? Kan ingat tak accumulate? Accumulate. How we want to do the accumulation? There's one equation for accumulate. Apa equation dia? Total equal to
Total plus 6. Tapi kena initialize 6 dulu. Initialize total dulu kat atas. Equals to 0.
Yes, yes, correct. So the default, okay, default if you want to do accumulation, okay, in fact, the reason why we use looping is most of the time is to do the accumulation and also to do the counting. Now we already have the counting over here. Okay, counting, counter equal to counter plus 1 is counting. Accumulating is total equal to total and plus with what do you want to accumulate. Anything that you want to accumulate. Accumulate ni kan, okay, adding the same variable but in different looping kan. So in this case you want to add number kan, different number value in a different looping kan. First looping number, second looping number, third looping number. So we want to add these three value. So we put this over here now. So this is a accumulating. Okay, so don't forget for accumulation, okay, for accumulation, for counting, there should be a initial value. Otherwise, we will look at the effect if you forget to put the initial value for the accumulation. Later on we see what will happen. So over here we put, don't forget to put the initialization for the total lah. Kan? Total equal to apa class?
0.
0, correct. Okay. So now we already have the flowchart. So the easiest part is how to translate this into a program. That one is the easiest part. Okay. So this one we already put in our program. Now we want to put total equal to 0 kan. So during the initialization, during the declaration, we put total equal to 0. Okay. Next, okay, we already have while, its body and the counter update. We already have it. So next is to move this enter num to our program. So enter num apa? Input kan? It is an input. So put input lah over here. First, we let the user know what they need to enter kan. So enter number. Okay, and then we put the scanf. Scanf. Sorry. Okay. And number. Don't forget to declare number. Okay, don't forget to declare number. Okay, next we already have the inputs. Okay, next step is to put the accumulation equation. Okay, just right after the input kan. So total equal to total. Dengar tak kelas? Sing sikit lah. Ada construction tak? Okay. Alright, we have the accumulation. So this is to accumulate, and this is to count. Okay, next. Okay, we already cover everything inside of the loop body kan. 1, 2, 3. Inside loop. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, inside loop. Okay, inside loop. So outside loop, where is outside loop? Over here lah, outside loop. So this is outside loop. Outside loop, what should I put over here? Outside loop. Okay, this is if it is false, okay? So this is false. Outside loop. What should I put? To match with the original version of the program. Class? Nur Anis, Atirah. Ada Nur Anis?
Ada, sir.
What's the statement? If it is false,
Terus N lah kan?
apa dia? Teruskan. Okay, teruskan apa? The statement. If it is false, then what it will do?
Jadi
Ni, tengok ni.
print total
Okay.
lah. Print total.
Okay, correct. So if it is false, it will print total. If you put it inside, then it will print 3 times. We are not going to need that, kan? We
Yes.
want it to know. We want to just know what is the total of the accumulation. That's all. Not the process, kan? So put it outside, so it will just print 1 time only. If you put inside, it will print 3 times lah. Okay, print total. Okay, no point kan? So we want to know only the final value of total. Okay, the accumulation value. So it is outside, should be over here. Print F total equal to total. Okay. Okay, let's see. Ya, itu dah besar kan. Balik. You can see kan my output screen ni. Can you see class?
Can.
Okay, so enter number, say 1 to 10. Okay, so it will accumulate. 1 to 10, 13 kan. So let's say if you forget, okay, if you forget to put initial value for total kan. So what will happen is, baru bangun ke ni? Nur Dayana. Okay. So let's say 1 to 10. Okay, 29. Is it correct, class?
No.
No.
Okay, so this is the effect if you forget to put initial value for total so it will do wrong accumulation lah. Although you won't find any error over here tak ada error it doesn't show error, but the output is not correct. So make sure you don't forget to put initialization every time you want to accumulate. Okay, accumulate anything within the loop. Okay. Okay, next is, okay, we have already while. Next we are going to look at a do while. Okay, do while. Very easy do while. Ada lagi. Lambat ni. So those who just enter ni kan, so make sure you need to repeat again this video. Repeat the video from the beginning. Later on repeat the recording. Otherwise you will be lost. Okay. Do what? Do what is very easy. You just take this and then you bring it at the bottom of the loop body. So where's the bottom of the loop body? Over here kan? So just cut this and put it over here at the bottom. Tak nak ikut lah. Okay, this is the same thing as before. So I just cut and put it over here at the bottom of the loop body. So now it will straight away enter. It doesn't matter whether the condition is true or false. Okay, it doesn't matter because for do while it will just enter the body. So then it will check the condition. So what we already discussed it kan. So the difference between while and do while, for do while, although the condition is wrong, it will enter the loop body at least once. Okay, at least once. For example, this one counter equal to 4 kan. Okay, which is false kan. If it is a while, counter equal to 4, it will check the condition. If it is a false, it will straight away goes outside kan, false, without entering the loop body. But for do while, okay, counter equal to 4, wrong kan, but it is still enter the body, execute enter num, do the calculation, do the counting, and then 4 less than or equal to 3, which is false, and then it will go outside. So although it is wrong condition, it will at least enter the body one time. Okay, that's the difference between while and do while. You get this, class? The difference between while and do while? Okay, do while will execute the loop body one time, okay, although the condition is wrong. Okay, so this is do while lah. Okay, let me change this back to one. Okay, so how do you convert this into a program? Sama je lah kan. So I cut and paste kan originally. So this one also cut and paste lah. You just cut this, okay, and replace it with do. Okay, cut, replace with do, and paste at the bottom kan. Bottom of the loop body. Paste, and this is additional that you need to do for do while. You must put semicolon. Only for do while. For while, if you notice, there is no semicolon, kan? But for while, there's a semicolon because it is the end of the loop statement. So this is the end of the loop statement. So we put semicolon. Ada lagi. Okay. So supposedly it is the same lah. 1, 1, 1. Okay. Okay, class. Any question so far?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's do the the BMI program. Okay, that's a simple exercise kan. BMI program, the one that you already done tu kan. So put it inside of the looping. So we are going to repeat it 3 times. You may use do while or while. It's up to you. Okay, for the BMI. So no need to calculate lah kan. You don't have to do accumulation. You get what I mean, class? You have the BMI program kan? Just put it inside of the loop. Okay, 5 minutes. Again, we already discussed this, the BMI. Okay, and you already done this. Okay, you got the program. Okay, now we want to repeat this program 3 times. Okay, repeat 3 times. Okay, 5 minutes. Right. Okay, you may use while or do while. It's up to you.
Sir, can you go back to the question?
The question is, okay, you already have this program. Okay, you already discussed this. So take this program and make it repeat 3 times.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, finish. Finish the class.
Finish.
Okay, let's see answers from Nur Sarah Nadira.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Share your screen.
Nampak tak skrin saya?
Hey, Zoom.
Zoom.
Zoom control. Okay. Lagi. Usahakan lagi. Okay, alright. Okay, terus. Okay, we have counter. We have while. Okay, bawah sikit. Okay, and lastly we have counter update. Okay. Alright, so can you try to run? Cuba run.
Right.
Okay, sekejap Okay, class. Any comments, class, on the outputs? Can you see the output, class?
Yes.
So, any comments?
Print tu
Is it correct?
dia letak luar loop saya.
Yeah. Okay. Supposedly kan, Nur Sarah Nadira, the output should be inside. Okay, whether to put it inside or outside, it depends on the case. Okay. In this case, if you put it outside, so it is meaningless for us to repeat 3 times kan. Kan?
Okay.
So some inputs, some output we need to put it inside, some we need to put it outside. Okay, depends. Okay, depends on the situation. So in this case, we need to see all the loops output. Okay, all the BMI output we need to look at. So you need to put it inside lah. Cuba put it inside. Okay. Alright, correct. So put it inside before the
Looping.
counter update.
Counter update.
Betul lah tu.
Okay.
Ada lagi. Dah ke? Okay, any other answer, class? Anybody do one? Ada tak? Those yang do one?
Ada.
Ada, share sikit. Do one. Kita tengok. Siapa tadi? Boleh share? Okay. Muhammad Nazamirul. Okay.
Ni dia. Kena do kat sini.
Okay.
So dekat ujung ni ada.
Alright. Output print. Ni kenapa tak tukar lagi ni print F?
Saya tak guna string copy lagi.
Apa?
Saya tak guna
okay.
string. Tapi boleh kan?
Bukan nested string tak ni tu. Yang string compare tu.
Yang string compare.
string copy tu.
Yang ni
Yang
lah, saya
printf.
katakan.
So, okay. But okay, do while, this one do while is correct, okay? So this is how you do while lah. Simple kan? Okay, thank you. Okay,
Alright.
simple lah. Looping is very simple and easy. Okay, so the next, let's look at the last loop structure, which is for. Okay, the last loop structure, which is for. Nama dia for. Its name is for. For. So this is genuinely also we refer it as automatic loop kan. If you still remember the automatic tu kan, automatic loop kan. So in terms of flow kan, the flow is similar with while. Okay, that's why you can use the same you may use the same flowchart as while, okay, to represent for. But if you want to use specifically for flowchart, boleh juga kan. But you may refer to problem solving lecture notes lah, how to do the for flowchart kan. Yang ada, there's a hexagon ke apa what's the symbol we use this symbol. If you still remember, we have this symbol. Okay, hexagon. Okay, hexagon to represent for automatic, to represent automatic loop. Okay, you may refer to problem solving lecture note. Okay, later on. Okay, so I'm not going to explain this anymore. Okay, but to tell you that for is similar with while. So let's say we have in terms of flow, flow. So I'm going to change this back to original while. Okay, and then let's do the for. Okay, so the flow is like this. Okay, the flow for loop is similar with this, but in terms of syntax, it is very different. Okay, very different. Ni last ni. Okay, so this is one. Now we want to convert this into for loop. So for loop consists of, this is the general syntax for loops. Syntax. Okay, for loop, this is a general syntax. So we have initialization. Okay, we have for over here, and then we have bracket. We have initialization. We have decision. We have counter update. All these three elements we put it in one bracket. Okay, separated by the semicolon. Okay, all the three elements, okay, involving the counter, we put it in one bracket. Okay, so how to do it? So this is for. Okay, change this to for, and then remember the first element is counter initialization. This one, right? This is initialization. So put it over here, and then separate by semicolon. So this is no more over here. Just declaration. Okay, the initialization we put over here. Okay, next we have decision involving counter. Okay, we have it over here. Next, put semicolon. Lastly, we put counter update, which is this one. So you may cut this. Okay, counter update. So no more counter update. Instead of loop body, no more counter update. and we put it over here. Okay, either counter equal to counter plus 1 or counter plus plus, same meaning. So now we have for loop. Okay. Understand, class? Okay, now to your BMI program. So change the loop to for loop. Okay, in 5 minutes. Okay, modify your BMI to use for loop. Okay, done. Daniel Mustafa.
Yes.
Okay, boleh share your answer.
Boleh nampak? Boleh nampak tak?
Zoom. Zoom lagi sikit, zoom lagi sikit. Okay, Daniel so if tu kan, if belong to 4 body scroll down.
Mana?
Bawah. If BMI tu. Okay, so it should be in the same level as yang atas tu. Indent dia. Dia kena slightly to the right. Okay, can not? If BMI. Starting with if BMI.
Ya.
Okay, cuba tap ke kanan, to the right. Kanan sikit, indent. Lagi. It should be in line with printf. Bawah terus lah, sama Cuba tu kan. So that everyone Dia punya body? Dia body tu?
Apa tu? Body apa tu?
Yang printf pun slightly to the right lah. Printf your BMI status tu.
Oh, semua. Okay.
Semua lah.
Boleh.
Modify. Okay. So everyone should do the same Okay.
Ini dah betul kan?
Itu correct. The one is correct. 1 4 kan. 4 is the mother. Okay. So you understand what to do Alright, thank you. Okay. So we finish everything except that this is if the programmer decide Okay, the one we discussed already is when a programmer decide how many loops should be in your program. So let me move this back to while. Okay, this is while Apa tadi tinggal? This is while. Okay. So this is the programmer decide, to run 3 times. Okay. So, and this is the flowchart. Okay. Did I share my screen? Okay. Okay. This is the flowchart to execute the loop 3 times. Now I want you to modify. Have a look at this flowchart first. Modify this flowchart so that the loop will happen as long as user want it to happen. So it is not fixed to 3. It is up to user whether they want to repeat or not. Okay. If user want to repeat, then it repeat. If user don't want to repeat, then it will print total. Okay. So modify this flowchart class. Okay. Before we go to the program, okay, modify the flowchart first. Okay. Let me know what need to be changed. Okay. In 5 minutes. Wait, Okay. Okay. Can we see answer from Lakzana?
Sir, can you give me like 2 more minutes? I'm still doing it.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Sir, should I just say the answer?
Share your screen.
Oh, okay, sir.
Boleh share, Razana?
So I'm not done yet. Sorry.
The rest boleh ke need more time, the rest? Okay, let's have 5 more minutes, boleh Just flowchart je kan?
Saya boleh tengok flow tadi tu yang saya buat.
Sekejap. Flowchart je kan? I'm asking you to do the flowchart first kan? Flowchart ke apa yang saya suruh buat? Lupa pula. Flowchart je kan? Note the codes right. Is it? Just a flowchart first Apa dah siap Siti Hajar lah, Siti Hajar Mardiah.
Ada sah, ada.
Boleh?
Sekejap. Boleh.
Okay.
Sekejap sah. Sah. Nampak dah.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Zoom sikit bawah tu. Bawah tu ada plus tu kan? 100 tu plus sikit. Tu. Okay. Zoom in. Okay, class. Can you see this, class? Boleh nampak class
Boleh.
Okay, so first you need to change on the counter initialization. Let's say if you're using yes and okay, yes. And then counter decision involving counter. So to be true, it must be yes. So equal to yes. Okay, correct. And then counter update bawah sikit. Counter update, enter counter. Okay, this is correct. Okay. So instead of do the counting kan, counter equal to counter plus 1. Now we ask the user to update the value of the counter kan. So how to ask user to update? Of course user need to enter, right? You need to enter whether yes or no. So this is correct. Okay class, can you understand this? So very good. Okay, thank you.
Stop. Dah boleh stop saya?
Okay. Alright, that one is if you are using string kan. So I'm going to use much more simpler example. Okay, before we go to string kan, because string, you know, you cannot straight away do the comparison kan. You need to apply string compare and then you need to apply string copy kan. So let's say if you want to use still using integer instead of string or character kan. Let's say this is integer. So 1 equal to yes. Okay, counter So similar with our friend earlier. So she's using yes kan, yes. So I'm using 1 for yes. Okay, 0 for no. Okay, so counter should be what? If I'm using 1, should be what?
Equal to 1.
Yeah, equal to 1 to make it true kan. Okay, and then over here should be changed to
Enter counter.
okay. So now we must use enter counter. Scan F lah. So before scan F, make sure user know what to enter kan. So enter uh, ask user to repeat 1 for yes. Example 0 for no. Betul lah Okay, and then scan F. Counter Okay, so this is the simplest one Okay, using 1 and 0 to ask user to repeat. Okay. Okay, now instead of it loop 3 times, okay, automatically, okay, automatic loop kan? Automatically it loop 3 times. Now user have a choice Okay, enter first number, repeat yes or no. Okay, if user enter 1, then it will repeat. Okay, enter second number. Okay, ask user again, repeat or no. So let's say if user enter 0, then it will exit. Okay, is it correct class? Correct answer?
Yes.
Okay, can you understand this? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's say if we want to use for this situation. For macam mana? For. Can we use for? Okay, for actually is the suitable structure if you want to use automatic loop. Okay, meaning that the loop already predetermined kan, how many loops it should be. Okay, 5 loop or 10 loops. So the most appropriate structure to be used in this case is for. Okay, however, if we have something like this, okay, whether the user that the one that determine whether to proceed okay with the loop or exit the loop, is it suitable for? Is it can be done by using for? The answer is yes, it can be done. But how to do it? So try to convert this to for class. If you want to use 4, so how can we how we want to change this to 4? Okay, try in 5 minutes. Okay, finish. Okay, let's see from Nasrul Amin. Nasrul Amin. Ada Nasrul? Tak ada. Nur Hafizah Mustafa.
Ya, okay.
Okay, boleh?
Boleh je.
Okay, share. Okay, zoom.
Zoom.
Control and then scroll your mouse. Tekan control kat keyboard, terus scroll. Okay, lagi. Okay. Alright, so we have initialization and then we have decision. Okay, but you leave the counter update empty kan? And then you put the counter update dekat bawah tu kan? At the bottom of the loop. Okay, scanf counter. Okay, boleh try run. Is it working? Tadi build okay, build. Build dulu. Kan? Okay. Alright. Expected. Okay. So in terms of idea tu betul lah. The idea is correct ini while 4 lah 4.
Oh.
4. Okay, just try. Build. Okay. Okay, no. Boleh lah. Okay. So no error then acceptable. As long as there's no error, okay. So this one is acceptable. So you leave the third elements empty inside of the 4 bracket kan. So you put the elements outside. Okay, acceptable. Okay, thank you. No, Rafiza. Any other answer class? Anybody got different style? Ada? Wong Junyi.
Yes.
Can we see your answer?
Oh, you want to see my answer? Alright. Alright, can you see my screen? Sir?
Okay. Zoom in, please.
Zoom in. How do you zoom in and get an answer?
Control and
got
scroll your mouse. Okay.
Got it.
Alright. Okay, build please. Build and run. We couldn't see your output screen.
Oh, you can see my. Alright, I need to share the entire screen then. Alright, give me a sec.
Okay.
I need to share the entire screen. Alright, can you see my screen, sir?
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Can you see the output?
Okay, enter number. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, close. But 4 tu kan, the first one is, if you put it like that, actually it is wrong. Counter equal to 1. 4 counter equal to 1. That one for initialization. Initialization only
Oh,
1
okay.
equal. Okay, the second one is, okay, can you remove 1 equal
This one.
for initialization?
This one. Alright.
Yes. Okay. And then, so if no error, then I guess this is also acceptable. Okay, you put counter kan, but the operation is below there kan. Scanf counter. Okay. Okay, I guess this is also acceptable. No error eh. Okay, thank you. Any other answer?
Answer.
Okay, Zakiuddin. Okay, zoom sikit Zakiuddin. Okay, this one using Y or N eh. Okay. Alright. Okay, try run. Okay, je bagi tengok coding balik Zakiuddin. Okay, zoom sikit, zoom. Zoom. Okay guys. So this is a different style. Okay, using 4 and then our friend is using character kan as a counter. Okay, so character also boleh eh. And then the difference is Zakiuddin is putting the scanf statement. Okay, scanf statement at the end of the 3 elements tu kan, inside of the bracket we have scanf. Okay, also applicable. Also can acceptable. Okay, boleh? Yang lain nampak okay, thank you Zakiuddin.
Alright.
Alright. So we see different answer as long as the loop can run smoothly, okay, give you correct outputs, then it is okay, acceptable. Okay, so we have finished with the 3 types of looping, okay, and then 2 ways to use it. Okay, the first using automatic looping, okay, where the programmer decide kan how many loops the program should have. And then another way is if the requirement of the program require user, okay, to decide whether to continue the loop or to exit the loop. Okay, so these are very important ni lah in the looping Okay. Alright. Now we have reached to the end of the control statement, which is the nested loop. So this is very similar with nested decision, nested if else. Where when we say that nested loop, meaning that there's a loop and then within the loop body, there's another loop. Okay, it doesn't matter what types of loop, while ke, do while or for. Okay, if we have a nested, meaning that maybe inside of for there's a for, or maybe inside of while there's a do while. Maybe inside of do while there's a for, inside of this for there's a do while. Okay, that one is 3 level nested. Okay, this is the example. Okay, we have for. Okay, this is the body of the for. Okay, and then inside of the for body, there's another for. Okay, and then there's another for. So this is not inside of this, and this is still inside of this. So this is still 2 level. Okay, instead of 4, we have another 4 and another 4. All right, you understand the concept? When we have looping inside of the loop body, we have another loop. Then we say it is a nested loop. Okay, this is much more simpler. Okay, we have 4 and then we have 4. Okay, it can be while over here and 4. It can be do while and 4, kan? Or it can be 4 and then there's while over here. Okay, meaning that it is a nested. Boleh guys? Understand the concept of nested?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, let's do simple nested from here. Let's say we have number over here. How can we do this nested? Let's say we modify this a little bit. Nested, simple nested. Okay, let's say we have this one, and then we have another loop. Okay, if this is true, we have loop. Okay, we have loop. I'm going to use for over here. Let's say for lah. I just put over here for so that you know if it's for However, if it is for, if you want to use for, the symbol should be the same hexagon but I'm using for. For counter, this is the second counter I name it as counter float. Okay, counter float. Okay, counter float. This one I want it to repeat 5 times. Okay, so it will repeat over here. User will enter float number. The variable is now float number and then the system will calculate total float. You should use different variable name otherwise it will clash. Float. Kan. And then okay, it will re-enter the counter float body. Okay, this is the nested, nested. Okay, and then if this is false, it will go outside. It will go, it will go outside and print total float. Print total float. Okay. And then it will goes back to the original flow, and the original flow is here. Don't get confused. This is not the question, and I give you the answer, and you just have to translate it into a program. Kan? The original flow is here, kan? Up until counter ni. This is the original flow. Wait. Okay. So this will go back to the original flow, which is original flow is this one, kan? Pening ke? Oh, pening lah. Senang je ni. So this is it. Okay, and then here is this. Now, okay. Let me delete this lah. Okay. Enter float number, do the calculation for float number, and then print float, then go back to the original. This is the original flow, kan? I only add additional this, okay, additional inside loop, okay, to make it nested, and then it will go back. So again, since we have this one, we have a looping, so it should have initial value, okay, for this one. So the initial value for counter float, you should put it before, okay, but don't put it outside, otherwise it will have a problem later on. So make sure you put the counter initialization for counter float inside of this loop lah, before entering the inner loop. Sini lah, initialization, counter float equal to 0. Zero ke? 1, this is to reset. Class, can you understand this one? And then we have total float. So total float also, you may put it over here. Over here also can, no problem. Okay. So total float, another one over here. Let me just put it over here lah. Total float. Okay, so total float is float lah. Enter noun float is a float. Okay. The rest is integer. This one integer, remain as integer. Okay, can you understand this flowchart, class? So your task is to convert this flowchart into a C program, applying nested. So this is while, this is for. So let's say if I'm missing something over here in my flowchart, so you may add the element that I'm missing, okay, to make it complete. Or let's say there's a error following my flowchart, so you may modify it, okay, to make it free from error, no problem. Okay, understand? So proceed with the programming and submit before midnight today. Okay, submit through the column over here lah. Ni section 2 lecture week 3. Lecture week 3. Okay, any question, guys?
No,
So let me make this. Okay, and then you may I put it in WhatsApp lah. Okay. Okay. Any last question? No question? No? Okay, so if no question, then tak ada question betul then that's all for today. So see you guys during the lab session. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So boleh hantar diagram tadi tu, flowchart tadi dekat WhatsApp tak?
Ya, saya share dekat grup WhatsApp
Okay, thank you, sir.